Hey guys, here we are at the beautiful Murray River, as you can see in the background there. And what I'm going to do today, I've actually got a rest day today. I've been on the water now. This is my fifth day of an 8-day trip, and I decided to take a rest day today because it's pretty tiring. And I really pushed myself the last couple of days so I could actually create some space to have a day of rest. However, it's not going to be a day of total rest because what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to try to make some primitive fire. Now, I've been reading up on all the different ways that people make fire using fire drills and all sorts of stuff, and fire saws and things. And so I thought I'd give it a go. Now, the thing is, most of those videos are made by people in America, and I don't know what it is about America or other places, but here in the Aussie bush, um, you don't see too many trees or branches or twigs or anything growing straight. And if you're going to make a fire drill, apparently the most important thing is the first thing you've got to do is find a straight piece of wood to use as the drill. So you can actually use that to spin, whether by hand or with a bow, to actually create the friction needed to generate a spark, needed to generate a coal to create a fire. Now, I've been walking around the bush here for good half an hour trying to find a straight twig of the right kind of wood, straight enough and long enough to be able to make a drill, and I couldn't find one. The only ones I found were really soft, twiggy, sort of very, very lightweight sort of bushy stuff, which wasn't suitable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a fire saw. I don't know exactly what they call it, but where you actually rub the piece of wood against the other wood horizontally, forward and back, to try to make a coal to make a fire. I don't know if it's going to work. What I did was I went looking for an appropriate piece of wood for a hearth, which is probably the most important thing, and I figured that probably a good thing to use would be a piece of bark. And what I've got here is I've got a piece of bark. You might be able to make out there that it's actually got a notch cut at the end. Now, I don't know whether that's going to work. I don't know whether that crack is too long, but I've seen them do this sort of thing with bark like this on videos. At least I think that's what they're using. I'm a real novice at this. I've never done this before. I'm going to try, see what I can do, and it might be a complete failure, or you never know, I might have some success. Okay, when I've set up, I'll start the video again. Okay, now this is where we're up to. Where's my thing? Here we go. Okay, firstly, what I've done is I've got this piece of stick here that I've actually formed a little bit of a pointier bit on the end. I don't know if you can see that properly. That might be better. Yeah, pointier bit on the end, which hopefully will be able to create a bit of a channel and hold it into one spot. Then what I've done is, and this is actually a hardwood, I think if I use bark it might break all the time, so I'm going to use the hardwood. This is my hearth, which is, you can see I actually rubbed a couple of times with that stick and created a little bit of a channel there. In the end I've got a V cut. Underneath that I've got a piece of bark and I've got some dryer lint in there. So that hearth is going to sit on there. I've kind of dug a little bit of a trench to put this piece in so it doesn't move around too much. And I'm going to rub this stick along that trench, and hopefully I can create enough friction, if I don't wear myself out first, enough to create a little bit of a coal. All right, an ember, that's a better word for it. Okay, we'll see how we go. Okay, this is how I've gone. I've been at this for about 10 minutes, I suppose, and you'll notice that the stick that I'm using is blackened. I don't know if you can see that real well in this light. It blackened a bit. I've got some smoke. You can see that the groove is blackened a bit. But what I'm finding, I just can't seem to get enough purchase. I don't know whether the piece of bark isn't long enough, or whether the stick isn't long enough or something, but I'm actually getting, my arms get tired before I can generate enough heat to create an actual ember. I'm getting smoke, it's encouraging, but I can't seem to get much. What I might try to do is weigh this down, this log, because I'm with me in the kneeling position, kneeling on it, I'm cramped up a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to find a way of anchoring this down, because that's why I'm kneeling on it, to anchor it down. I might drill a hole in there with the awl, put a peg, a tent peg in there, and see if that holds it. Maybe put a rock or a log or something to hold it down. Then I can get up into more an upright position. And I can put my whole body into it. I'll see how I go. Oh well, I'm frustrated and worn out, so this one's a fail. I got smoke. I got a reasonable amount of smoke, but I ran out of puff before I got a puff of an ember. Oh, this is tiring stuff. I reckon it's the way to go. I just think I need to work on the technique, maybe get a longer stick so I can sit more upright and lean into it a bit more. My arms are tiring out just as it's getting to the point where there's smoke building. I almost thought I had it at one stage, but if it was a definite have to make fire situation, survival, I reckon I'd persist, but for today at least I'm going to give up. Now, if anybody out there has got some better ideas on how to go about this, this is the stick that I made to do the rubbing with. I seem to find that as I made the point a little bit finer, it tended to build the smoke quicker, probably localising the friction a little bit better. The bark seemed to smoke up okay, and I think that's probably the right material, but just frustrating. Got a reasonable amount of smoke, could smell it, but I just couldn't get that ember to stay. So, I'm going to give up. I'll try another day.